Welcome back. We've been talking a lot about your credit score with our financial expert, Tony Walls. Credit score is so important, so we want to continue that conversation with him today. Mr. Walls, welcome to the show. Good morning.
Good morning, Chris. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. It's great to have you with us. So tell us a bit about, again, just how does the credit score affect a person? How do they manage it effectively?
Absolutely. Last time we touched on basically late payments and so forth and how those affect your credit score, on-time payments. This time we'll kind of take the next slice of the pie and go over one of the maybe not difficult but more complicated aspects of it, which is utilization. Basically, to keep it simple, how maxed out am I on my revolving or credit card debt?
So kind of walk us through that. What does that mean exactly?
So basically, let's say, Chris, you have a $1,000 credit card and that's your only credit card, and you owe $200. You would have 80% available credit, right? Because you're only using 20% of your $1,000 limit. Each one of those percentage points is one credit score. So if you max out your only credit card, you're going to get 0 points on that. If you pay it all off, you're going to get 100 points on that. So basically, you want to keep those balances as low as possible. Under 30% is a really good gauge to have the best score possible.
Interesting. What about like credit inquiries? You know, there's different times you got to get your credit dinged if you're going to, you know, get out a loan or something like that. How do you go about managing that effectively?
Well, one of the funner examples that I use with some of the high schools and some of the members we have here is, let's say I have Friday off work and I have a 700 credit score, which is going to get me about a 4% car interest rate. And I go to, I won't name any stores, but I think we all know, you go and they say, hey, if you get our credit card, we're going to give you 20% off. And then I go to the next store and they do the same thing. So say I go to 5 stores, open 5 new credit cards. Well, each time you have an inquiry on your credit, you're losing about 5 to 10 points. And each time you open a new account, you might lose 5 or 10 points. So theoretically, I could open 5 new accounts on a Friday afternoon and take my 700 score down to a 650. Now, did I do anything wrong? Not necessarily, but what I call it, you overheated your credit score. You kind of went a little nuts and you opened too many new accounts and too many inquiries. So you want to keep those at a minimum, especially if you're going to make a major purchase like an automobile or a home loan.
Yeah, so walk us through. I mean, if I go from 700 to 650 and it's an auto loan, for example, I think you just mentioned 4% at 700. If I'm down to 650, what are you talking now?
You know, you're looking probably anywhere from 8 to 10% and 3 to 4% on the better credit. So like we talked about last time, you know, if it's 10% on a $10,000 card, that's $1,000 that you're paying per year. At 3%, it's $300. So you really want to make sure that you're not opening accounts just to open them. Now, on the flip side, say I have a $10,000 credit card limit with no balance on it and another one with $1,000 with maybe a $500 limit. If I close that credit card, I'm losing that available credit. So you want to make sure that, you know, if there's no annual fee and it's not costing you anything, I typically recommend keep that card open if you're comfortable that you're not going to go nuts with it or use it or what have you.
Great stuff. I mean, I got to, real quickly, Tony, because we got to wrap it up. But so when you mentioned that, hey, I open up these accounts, I go down to 650, does that then stay with me for a year, for 30 days? And I apologize, I got about 15 seconds, but how long does that then impact my score?
No, great question. Inquiries stay on for 12 months. So after 12 months, all those inquiries are going to drop off and not affect your score anymore.
Thank you so much for that. We appreciate it. Let's continue this conversation. It's so important. Again, Tony Walls. Real quickly, Tony, what's your website? It's
townandcountry.org. You can apply for loans online, set up accounts, and set up times to meet with our lenders.
Good stuff. Thank you, sir. All right, stay with us. We got much more coming up right here on North Dakota Today.